Yep, you try to relax in city skylines and the real world comes into your relaxed time. What do? Ah, we cut off our electricity. It's okay. And so, how do you do these? Maybe like this. This is just going to look really good, except for these little wonky spots, but that's okay. You just fill this in. Oops, we didn't fill that in, did we? There we go. I don't like those big retaining walls. Like that one. And we connect this grid to our curving situation. Got to do a little bit of city building once in a while. And just like that, every once in a while we need to connect these up to this collector road that's not straight. This is student housing, university students. And we'll just see how this looks. Got these coming in over here. These I want to build row houses. And I want them building on this road. So you're gonna have to do it like this. If you want it like that. You could put an alleyway in there. No, this one won't get the alleyway. This one would. This one won't. And this will create quite the population. This will get the alleyway. Oops, we need to redo this. Want those row houses facing out that way. This is your 6 lane, which is pretty much overkill through this area actually. It's okay, I like it. And these are zoned. we're going to do a roundabout here just to make it look kind of good, and then we're going to connect the four-way to it. And we're going to upgrade this to four-way. And get rid of this wonkiness. Get our electricity back. And then parks come in here. Large city park here. Large city park. Nope. It's not going to let us put the park there. We would have to have this road straight in order to put the park in. And I'm going to give the Move It people a few days before I put Move It. I could just put a Move It in, but I think we've got plenty of parks right in here. We've already got people in the university, 66 employees, and 385 students. It's okay. This is cool. Could have done something a little bit different here. Like I would just want to use the curve tool. Not that far. It's all right. This got wonky here. This might be why we couldn't put the park in. I'm gonna try it this way. Much better. And we probably need some medical service over on this side, and this might be where we use one of these. Although this just gives bonuses, it doesn't actually provide medical. Groundwater. Move that. Ivy Peak. Coming along. These are zoned. It's going to be a stretch for the fire trucks. Where is our fire service? Not for sure I've applied fire or police to this area. We want it to be right in here. Right near the highway. Yeah, sometimes you have to click that twice. Kind of like the fire service without that extension on it. But we probably want it. Let's see where we are. Oh, we've got a little bit of traffic. It must not be much. So we've got our university. Really like to see what I'm going to develop on this. And this is 4-lane. And so, how would you do this? You probably would come away from the university first. And take that off. And then probably just go around like this. And then up in here is where you do whatever you're going to do up in here. I want to build that road so that I can start to think about it. I like this. And to get an overview, I wonder if this will give you an overview a little bit better. Copperview, Linden with an E crossing, not with an I, Ivy Peak. View details. Linden with an E. There's your blue line. And there's your yellow line, which stops at the industrial area to and from those two dots, dropping people off to work. Waiting for an ambulance. We don't have any ambulance service in this area. We're gonna go ahead and do this because we did not assign ambulances to this. And we do not have death care over here as well. We don't have death care here. I don't believe we do. Did I say sit back, relax, take a deep breath? If I didn't. This is the way the old boar plays. I'm really liking the look of this. Starting to be a little bustling town. They should get back out into here. This has no park. Maybe one of the reasons. Let's see how large this city park is. Lots of people driving back into there for some reason. This is zoned. It's not zoned. This is where I was going to put in low density housing just to get this area going. That looks much better. Now, one thing we have not done is this telecom tower, which serves this whole area. It's ugly. Wow. Is there a road there? There used to be. It's underground. And we'll put that telecom tower there. It's not that ugly, actually. We don't have these server farms. Server farm. Where would this server farm would be on this island here? I like this building. And for some reason, I guess my game crashed, I lost all of these buildings that I put in these high-rise. Yeah, I clicked the move it button and I crashed my game. Or maybe I just didn't put them in. And in a 6x6, whoops, by 6, was wondering where those went to. Let's see. I'll take a look at these first. These are the shorter ones. I want this skyline to look right. Is my industrial area worked out? Okay, that's the main thing. And this is the duplicate building. This one's a little taller and can go here. This one goes here. This one goes there. Then I want to see the EU. There's a few of those I liked. I like this one, and it's good for right there. This is its duplicate, different color. Those are a little too European. And now we want this one here. Our skyline has changed a bit, and it is what it is. Got a little bit of a traffic jam here. This must be our traffic problem. It's 8 lanes, so it's as good as it's gonna get. Wouldn't know why they're paying for rent, but that's neither here nor there. This is gonna increase our population by about 1,500. High rent. I'd like to have the remove problems icon. We're liking it. We're liking it. We've got a road out here. We've got our university. Our trains are good. This little city is going to grow. I'd like to see how these row houses come in. They're zoned. Two little parks, university. Got some other little icons over here. Just customer problems. Like this little community. There's just so many good aspects about City Skylines too. Probably could have plopped those. They're okay. I think I want to lock the leveling on these because I don't want them to become high rises here. And maybe that will take down the need. These are going to grow as well, and I like the size of these. I wonder if you could select them all. You'd have to do it individually. If there was a hotkey for that, that'd be great. I don't want these growing anymore. I like that little aspect, that little tool. This is 1, 2. It's a little tedious, but if you just kind of roll with it. I've played City Skylines for a long time. Done a lot of this kind of thing. I just take it as extra relax. I don't want those buildings changing. Probably a few other places I want to do that as well. What are these? These are row houses. This might need one of these. I don't think that's going to really help it. Look at all the taxis coming in here. This is just going to make this back up over here. That may be where you want to put that. Let's try that. See if that helps us out. There's some guys and girls out there doing some pretty cool stuff with City Skylines. They're really getting these networks and roundabouts and interchanges down. So I like to look at the Sims. I like to look at the Sims. You know, I'm thinking that these disappeared because they were abandoned. Someone, a big creator, said, you don't have to zone underneath these. We're going to find out. we're going to zone these. Actually, we need to zone these as high density. I was going to make a big error there. And the footprint is blue, I guess. And we're going to find out, we're not going to zone this one. And if that one disappears, then you do have to zone under these. I was under the impression you had to zone underneath these. This one too, we want to zone. And to remember this, we're going to put a little low density house here. And so if the low density house, what level are these? Do we want these leveling up? I don't want that one. I want to keep these the way they are. That's a level 1. 24, 216 households. See if these will level up and become taller. So we'll have a little house here. If this disappears, you need to zone under whatever you plop. I think I've plopped these. But see, these got filled up. If they don't get filled up, they become abandoned and they disappear because we have automatic bulldozing on. So we'll find out. So thanks for watching the old boar play City Skylines. Take care now.